On the loneliest inhabited island on Earth stand nearly 1,000 stone giants, some taller than a 3-story building, carved without metal, moved without wheels, raised without cranes. The people who made them built one of the most extraordinary cultures in the Pacific. And then their world collapsed so completely that when Europeans arrived, the statues were already falling, and nobody could agree on why. Rapa Nui sits 3,500 kilometers off the coast of Chile. Its nearest inhabited neighbor is 2,000 kilometers away. Polynesian navigators found this speck of land around the 12th century, arguably the most audacious feat of exploration in human history, reading stars, swells, and seabirds from open canoes. They landed on an island covered in palm forest. That detail matters. Nearly all the statues were born in one place, the volcanic quarry of Rano Raraku, where hundreds still lie today, half-carved in the rock face, abandoned mid-journey, buried to their shoulders in silt. The largest ever attempted, El Gigante, would have stood 21 meters and weighed perhaps 200 tons. The quarry looks less like an archaeological site than a factory stopped mid-shift. And the famous heads are a misunderstanding. They have bodies. Decades of erosion buried the torsos, leaving only heads above the slope. Excavated, the figures descend 6, 8, 10 meters, their backs carved with symbols. Each was a deified ancestor, erected on coastal platforms with its back to the sea, watching over its descendants, not the ocean. You move an 80-ton statue kilometers across an island with no draft animals, no wheels, no metal. Islanders always gave the same answer: the Moai walked. For decades, scholars smiled politely. Then researchers strapped ropes to a replica, 3 teams rocking it side to side, and it walked, upright, waddling forward like a refrigerator, exactly as the oral tradition said. The engineering was in the statue's belly forward, lean all along. Then the forest died. When the first canoes landed, tens of millions of giant palms covered the island. By the 18th century, virtually every tree was gone. The old story blames reckless islanders felling everything to move statues. The newer evidence adds a quieter culprit. The Polynesian rat arrived with the canoes, eating palm nuts faster than the slow-growing trees could reproduce. Axes above, teeth below, the forest never stood a chance. What followed is one of history's great arguments. The old textbook version, Ecocide, a society that destroyed itself in statue-building mania, has been challenged by archaeology showing the islanders adapting brilliantly. Rock gardens that trapped moisture, new fishing strategies, a population that likely stayed stable long after the last tree fell. The Moai builders didn't vanish when the forest did. They adjusted and kept carving. The statue era still ended. Sometime after European contact, the Moai began to fall, toppled in conflicts, or deliberately laid down as the old ancestor religion gave way to the strange new birdman cult of Orongo, where champions raced down cliffs and swam to a seabird islet to win their clan a year of authority. One of the finest Moai, Hoa hakananai'a, was carried off by a British crew in 1868. It stands in London today, its back carved with birdman symbols, a single stone recording both religions. The true catastrophe arrived by sea. In 1862, Peruvian slave raiders abducted perhaps 1,500 islanders, half the population, including most who held the old knowledge. The few who returned brought smallpox. By 1877, 111 people remained on Rapa Nui. Rongorongo, the island's mysterious script, possibly one of the few writing systems ever independently invented, became unreadable because everyone who could read it was dead or enslaved. Today, the statues stand again on their platforms, re-raised by archaeologists and islanders, and Rapa Nui's people, who never disappeared, are still there to receive the tourists. The island remains what it has always been, a mirror. Ecocide parable, colonial tragedy, engineering triumph. Every generation reads its own fears into those stone faces. The statues just keep watching. Subscribe for more of history's silent witnesses, and tell me, what do you see in them?